My name is Ben. Today, we're gonna do two things today. Layton's playing her game. I'll show you kind of a little experiment. So if you know about air, air is actually invisible gas. You won't be able to see it, and air makes things go up. Lift provides lift. That's one thing. That's one thing. Air does provide lift. Push things up. I'll show you something. Here's an experiment you can do. So when there's air, when there's air in the air conditioner, or cool air or hot air, you can try that experiment and which one flies higher. So the bigger the hot air, and then the bigger the balloon gets, the smaller it flies because it needs hot air instead of cool. Hot air balloons expand when hot air balloons expand when it's heated, like hot air. Now I think I should read this. 50 things to see in the sky, remember? I told you guys I'll be reading this book. But I'm going back to my channel to check what pages I read. So let's read chapter 11 then. Chapter 11. The Dog Star. The Dog Star is here's chapter 11 on the book. The Dog Star. 11. The Dog Star. The Dog Star is nickname given to Sirius, the brightest star in the night sky, from the ancient Greek word for glowing. Sirius forms the heart of the constellation Canis Major, named by these early astronomers for a faithful hand that followed Orion the hunter around the heavens. But other cultures also isolated Sirius with a canine. Oh, there are many different types of constellations. These are just a few constellations. There's Sagittarius, Taurus, the Bull. Oh yeah, Sagittarius is also a hunter. He also has a bow, and there are many others. I don't know all of them. There are many others, so it might be hard to know every them, but you can know some of them. You can also research to check how many constellations and to discover what constellation astronomers have found. The ancient Chinese called Sirius the Wolf Star. And some Native American tribes isolated the stars with wolves and wolves and coyotes. At just under 9 light years away, Sirius is one of the closest stars to Earth. It shines with a brilliant white or blue-white light, but when it is low in the sky or shining through an unsteady atmosphere, it can appear to twinkle and shine with different hues. Oh yeah, I'm going to read chapter 11, chapter 12, chapter 13. I'm going to read those three chapters today. And here's the Dog Star, if you like it. Oh yeah, we're going back to school. Somewhere in September. This is the Dog Star. It looks like a dog, and Chinese In ancient Chinese people, they call it the wolf star. In the northern hemisphere winter, look for the Orion the Hunter. Oh yeah, this is the Orion the Hunter that like I showed you in our last videos. In this book, you can look for it on page 42. Follow the three stars. Oh yeah, I already follow the three stars from his left arm to his right, and continue in that direction. The bright star you'll see is Sirius. Oh yeah, so look, right there is Orion. So if you point an arrow from his belt, the right side of his belt, I think, you point an arrow, and right there is Cyrus, the dog star. That's how you can find Cyrus. On late summer morning in the northern hemisphere, look for Cyrus in the east before dawn. Get ready to know something about the vain queen. Cassiopeia is the punished queen, the vain queen. It's chapter 12. Here's Cassiopeia. I'll read this. I'll read it. There is a distinctive constellation that stays visible all year long, from location 34 north or farther from the equator. New York City, London, Madrid, Tokyo. Oh yeah, you know Ryan's dad? He once lived in Japan. And they went to Tokyo, I think. Comprising 5 main stars. On first glance, it looks like a little like a letter M or a W. This is Cassiopeia, the vain queen of Greek mythology. At this latitude, the Cassiopeia constellation is circumpolar, meaning that it never sets below the horizon as it rotates around the north-southern pole. Depending on where and when you view this constellation, it will look more like an M or a W as it makes its way around the pole. It's up in the pole, North Pole, the Polaris, you know, right? So this is the vain queen. If you'll see this in the sky, but it will be like a W, like this. W, see it looks like a W, or an M, like this. I'm gonna try to show you the M, like this, M or a W. That's how you can find Cassiopeia, the punished queen or the vain queen. Want to hear a fact? Want to hear a fact? If you say yes, then let's read it. In Greek mythology, Cassiopeia was an Ethiopian queen who boasts of her unmatched beauty, which she claimed to be more beautiful than the sea nymphs. The sea god Poseidon sent a monster to ravage her country. To please the monster, the queen offered her daughter Andromeda as a sacrifice. Andromeda was rescued by a hero Perseus, and Poseidon punished Cassiopeia by chaining her to a throne in the northern sky forever. That was how she was punished. Use the Big Dipper, find the North Star. Oh yeah. So if you're in this book, look for page 29. That's when you'll see the Big Dipper. And the Big Dipper is also as a Ursa Minor. From the North Star, look into the opposite direction from the North Star is Polaris. From the North Star, look in the opposite direction, you should find the distinctive W or M constellation of Cassiopeia. That's like the distinctive. So this is a W, but when you look at it, it could be a W or M because look, if I flip the book, it's a M. You can find, so that's how you can find Cassiopeia. That's another way you can find Cassiopeia. Remember, I told you it's a M or a W letter. And if you find that in the north star, in the sky, then that's Cassiopeia. Also, I'm gonna read chapter 13, the Pleiades. Perhaps the most famous cluster of stars in the night sky, the Pleiades, or Seven Sisters, has fascinated stargazers since the dawn of time. Rich in myth and legends, the Pleiades is actually a cluster of hundreds of stars that all formed around the from the same giant cloud of gas around 100 million years ago. On a clear enough night in even the most light-polluted city, you should be able to see a handful of Pleiades stars huddled together. But if you are able to get somewhere dark and spend some time adapting your eyes to the darkness, you might be able to make out 10 or more stars in this cluster. One of the best things about Pleiades is that they can be seen from as far north as the North Pole, or the Polaris, and as far south as the Patagonia. The best time to see them in the northern hemisphere is late October and November, when they twinkle almost from dusk to dawn until dawn. So we now know about Pleiades. They can form in late October and November. I correct myself. So you'll find them in October and November. In late October and November. Look for the constellation Orion. I already told you that. Follow the path on Orion's belt from his right side to his left, and keep going past the top of his belt to the next brightest star in the night sky. Look for the constellation that looks like a little V. This is part of the constellation of Taurus, the bull. Oh, yeah, I told you about the bull. Taurus, the bull. I told you about that. That's one of the that's also a bull, and that's also a constellation. If the moon is bright or you are pretty close to other light sources, you might not be able to see the full V shape of Taurus' head, but you should be able to see his bright eye. Baron. That is Taurus, the bull. But if it's a little bright, then you won't see his full V shape. Taurus is a V shape. See, you locate it by you use the Big Dipper. Use the Orion, and then you trace a line a little from his belt, a little upward, a little diagonalish, and then you'll like this, and you should find Taurus, the bull. Look farther to the right, and you should spot a group of stars gathered together. This is the Pleiades. So if you look a little farther, see from here, right there, that's the Pleiades. So you keep going from that path, and you might find the Pleiades, or the Seven Sisters. Okay, I guess I'm done for today. I guess this is gonna be the end for this video, I guess, because I'm done reading chapter 11, 12, and 13. Chapter 14, I'll give you a sneak peek of the picture. Sneak peek of the picture of chapter 14. I'll just show you a picture. See the picture right there? That's the lunar hollow. That's a sneak peek. Now you know what is on chapter 14 of this book. Okay, I guess it's, I'm guessing. Wait. I forgot to tell you about this. Look for a research for more constellations. Because you never know what constellation you'll find. I know a lot of constellations from this book. You can research or read this book to know some of the constellations. There are many constellations. Yeah, constellation. You can research to find them, or read a book about constellations to know about the constellations in the sky and to know the constellation in the sky. So what should I tell you? Oh yeah, I'll tell you another thing about air. Air actually is it's like air is like a gas. I told you, right? Yeah. The air can do lots of things like push the airplane forward, thrust. Gravity can also take over and push the airplane down. Airplane can also get dragged, and air can also be compressed. Then, so air also has weight. If you don't know that, because inflated balloon is lighter than the inflated balloon. We have lots of balloons in our house. I know, it's also my mom's birthday. So yeah. So those are the last things I'm gonna tell you, and bye everyone. See ya later. And don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. And bye.